What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some daily content where we get to watch me suffer through a workout. Today is absolutely no different than the rest of them. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We are off in 3, 2, 1. We are getting it. What are we doing here? As Olivia handstand walks across the screen, that's going to be fun to watch. We are doing what I'm calling kind of a climbing DT. So, as we all know, DT is 5 rounds of 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 shoulder to overhead. And so we instead are adding the climbing portion of it, is we are adding 3 rope climbs to the end of it. So we're going 5 rounds of 12, 9, 6, and then 3 rope climbs that you'll see in the back there. The girls will not be, so I'm doing it right next to Ellie's right off to my, well, I guess it'd be my right. Ellie's right off to my right doing it. She is doing the similar DT. The only difference is instead of 3 rope climbs to 15 feet, or more, actually it's probably a little higher than that. Instead of 3 rope climbs, she's doing 2 to make it a little closer, which is actually a pretty good number considering she's right behind me. Olivia, who's running over there now, is kind of dealing with a little bit of a back issue. So she is doing a 30-foot handstand walk instead of deadlifts. And then she is doing 9 bench press at 105, 6 shoulder to overhead at 105, and then 2 rope climbs, just as the same as her sister. So she is pretty much laying off the back. Instead of doing deadlifts and hang power clean, she's just subbing out the other 2 movements with handstand walk, which it's good for her to practice. And then of course, hang power cleans for bench press. So this workout's similar to DT. We're looking at a 10-minute time cap is what I told them to do. So 10 minutes gives you about 2 minutes per round, which is what I'm on par for now. You'll see I ran into a couple different issues that add time to it. 1, I didn't tie my shoes well enough. And then 2, you'll see, if you look at the rope back there, I'm not actually using a long rope like the girls are using. I'm using a shorty rope because you can see it swinging still. But there's actually a long rope attached at the top, the same as a shorty rope. That way it gives classes the option of using it for a regular rope climb and not having to like do a legless for a couple feet and then switch to a shorty rope climb. So you'll actually see that big rope come untied and I'm climbing up 1 rope and there's another rope right next to me. It's kind of confusing. Anyways, what are some good scaling options for this workout if you attempt it? Of course, I don't think I know if I said it or not, but DT again is at 155 for the barbell men's weight. I believe Ellie's going at 105. Now, I'm not really sure if that is the actual weight for females for DT. Usually I take a percentage the day of and kind of determine what they should do, but that's the weight she's using. And then we are, of course, advancing it every round for 5 rounds. Some good scaling options for this workout. DT is a hero workout, first of all. And so I would recommend keeping that portion similar, if not as close as you possibly can, in terms of the weight for the males and the females and the rep scheme. Because if you change that too much, it's really not really much of a hero workout anymore. Now, of course, this isn't a hero workout. I'm just adding rope climbs into it. So don't get me wrong, you can change a little bit of a hero workout. Just, I think DT is pretty easy to do for most people. I think the one thing, if you have to change stuff, is just the weight. Right, so I think everyone is capable of deadlifting, hang power cleaning, and doing shoulder overhead. The weight might be an issue, right? So if 155 is an issue for a male, I'd recommend probably going down to 135. If that's still an issue, I would go down to 115. I just go down by 20 pounds and see where you're at. In terms of what's a good weight for somebody, I would say choose a weight where you know you can go 6 shoulder overhead unbroken. Maybe not like in the end of a workout, but like you can do it. You don't want to have to break the 6 shoulder overhead. So if 155 is too heavy for 6, then maybe just go with 135. And then of course for rope climbs, that's obviously not a part of DT itself. That's just something we added at the end. I would recommend keeping a rope climb. If you can do rope climbs, you're proficient at them and you are good at them, do 3. If you're a female, I would probably stick to 2. That's why I did with the girls, keep them a little bit closer. And then of course, if you aren't good at rope climbs, or maybe if you're not good at rope climbs, I would sub it down maybe less reps. If you really can't do them, I have a video, maybe I'll include the cards on this video, of how to climb rope climbs if you're looking for something to watch on how to get better at it. But if you're still improving at it and you don't feel comfortable, there are some good scaling options in terms of like towel pull-ups. We also recommend seated sled pulls, so like not really seated, but kind of like you're standing, but you're kind of bent over sled pulls. So you have a rope attached to a sled and you're just dragging the rope to yourself. That's a good way of practicing upper body pulling that allows you to work on that pull necessary for legless rope climbs or rope climbs, but doesn't put you on a rope and get you scared of like the heights or whatever. But then again, like I mentioned, I have a good video on practicing hooks, whether it's an S hook or a J hook, so that you can learn how to do that proficiently and then hopefully do it in a workout. If you don't have a rope climb in your gym or don't have tall enough ceilings, I would just recommend doing like towel pull-ups or bent over sled pulls. Those are a great addition. So that's some ways of scaling it. Let's talk about how to approach DT. I kind of approach DT the same no matter what. If you told me we were just doing DT, so we're just literally doing the DT workout, I would probably approach it a little bit differently. But this is how I like approaching DT. I will do 11 deadlifts. Hopefully I can't write this wrong because we're watching me. I will then drop it at my 11th deadlift. And then I will take a second, maybe more than a second. I will come back and grab it with my clean grip and then deadlift it. So now instead of an over-under grip, man, I'm taking a long time. Instead of an over-under grip, I am coming back in with a clean grip. I'll deadlift it, and then I'll hang power clean from there. I'll touch and go or bounce all 9, and then I'll go into my 6 without dropping it. And then sometimes, like, this is different, right? We're just training and everything, but like sometimes there's a little bit of rules comparing, like on your 9th hang power clean, you really can't go into your 6th shoulder, your first shoulder overhead. You need to make sure you pause and say, okay, that is my 9th hang power clean. Now I'm going to a shoulder overhead. For here, I think I just go straight into it. It don't really matter as much. And then the hardest part of this workout, so that's how I approach DT. The only difference I would do is if like we're doing a lot of DT, so maybe like double DT, I might do singles of my deadlifts, like I did at the games many years ago. If it's heavy DT, I might do something similar to that also. But regular DT, it's usually how I approach it. If we were just doing DT by itself, so we have no rope climbs, so it's just 5 rounds per time, I might actually do a few rounds where I go from my deadlifts straight into my hang power cleans in order to save time. The hardest part of this workout, if I'm being honest with you guys, was actually the rope climbs. It's a lot. I mean, if you look at it, it's 15 rope climbs, and they're 15 shorty rope climbs, so it's legless from the beginning. You know, if they were just regular rope climbs, so I could just jump onto the rope and hook on and just go, it would have been a lot faster. But because I have to do a couple legless kips, and then there's that pause there where I have to hook my feet in adequately, that takes time. And it also takes some kind of upper body pulling because you're holding yourself isometrically there trying to hook your legs in. And so the more time you waste sitting there, the harder it's going to be in your upper body pull, which carries over into the rest of your rope climbs. So at 2 minutes a round, I'm already falling behind. And so in order to finish this workout in a 10-minute time clap at 2 minutes a round, I'm going to need to speed it up, which I think I do on my rope climbs for this round. We actually got done with this workout. I rested 5 minutes, and then we went to a similar workout, which I'm either going to post the day you're watching this or maybe the next day. Either way, it should be up whenever you watch this probably. We rested 5 minutes, and at the 15-minute mark on the clock, so you know past 10 minutes, I went into a 50 GHD sit-ups per time, a 50 calorie ski, and then 50 GHD sit-ups per time, so 50, 50, 50. And really the purpose of that was really, you know, you're already breathing heavy, and now let's see how well you can do from the flexion of your trunk or your core into your ski and then back to the GHD, which was pretty difficult, not gonna lie. All right, so we're doing the last round DT. I don't know why I'm moving my bar. Oh, because I didn't want Ellie to hit it. And I'm taking my jolly good sweet time and strolling back to the rope because I am tired. So I've got 3 rope climbs left. I think I looked at the clock before I walked over there. I knew by the time I get on the rope, I'd have about 40 seconds. So that lends me about a little under 15 seconds per rep, which is, you've got to move to get 15 seconds under per rep. Especially if you waste any time trying to hook your feet in. So that's 1. Here's 2. And here comes the final one. Get it, Jacob? Anyways, guys, appreciate you guys watching. What time you watch this workout, I'll probably be in Madison. So hopefully things are going well there. All the hard work I put in is coming to fruition. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. I'm probably gonna let you watch this video. I don't really have anything else to say, really, to be honest. Like, I'm at a loss for words. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to watch a workout that's similar to this, click right here. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.